then they have cans of soup. Soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup from my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people. And then they have cans of soup. Soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup from my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people. And then they have cans of soup. Soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
They felt pretty comfortable after day two. If they felt pretty comfortable after day two.
In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest polls, the American people hold the President of the United States in contempt. They hold this institution in contempt. They hold the Republican Party in contempt. They hold the Democratic Party in contempt. They think that maybe, given all of the crises facing this country, it's about time that there was some bold leadership here and that this institution made some hard choices.
Everybody comes in your grandmother. Everybody comes in your grandmother. The world is actually a small piece of the universe, right?
I liked beer. I still like beer. But I did not drink beer to the point of blacking out, and I never sexually assaulted anyone. I liked beer. I still like beer.
No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
They felt pretty comfortable after day two. They felt pretty comfortable after day two.
Not good. Believe me, not good.
You know, the truth of the matter is that when you look at some of my policies, in a lot of ways, Richard Nixon was more liberal than I was.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup from my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a position.
Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
Everybody comes in your grandmother. Everybody comes in your grandmother here.
It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television. Make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear words.
Antifa exists.
Hello, users, and welcome to another episodic installation of Above It All. This is 1185. Sounds like I'm typing in a phone number. Jesus Christ, why am I doing so many goddamn videos? Welcome. So, yeah, I'm a little slow this morning, so please bear with me and bear witness. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, so just hopefully everyone's having a good day, good morning. Just give me a few minutes to, set up. I thought I'd come on a little, before I'm ready. I'm not ready. You think I'm ready? I'm not ready. You think I'm ready? I'm never ready. So, but now I'm ready. So, hello everyone. Welcome. Yo, I got a smudge on my glasses. Hold the phone. But yeah, for those of you that don't follow me on social media, besides YouTube, you should. I'm just throwing that out there. But I went to a protest yesterday, and I will be dedicating as much of the show as necessary to recap the events of the protest, the reasoning as to why it occurred, and as much detail as I possibly can. So that's going to be today's show. But first, I'd like to say hello to everyone. Hello, Joe Chen. Hello, Gwolf. Hello, Good Morning, Comrade. Hello, Bodan, the main character, has arrived. Hello, Shuryef. Hello, Abner. Hello, Carlos. Hello, why do riot police like to go to work early? That's a great question. I don't know. There's a couple, Halloween costumes, I like to call them, that I spotted yesterday, but I did not see any fully decked out riot officers, though. That might change. That might change.
They felt pretty comfortable after day 2.
So we'll see. Hello, Games, Guitars, and Gore. Hello. Hello, Carlos. Hello, Dusty Skirlette. Hello, Quincy Smith. Hello, Bob Cremody. Hello, Patty. Hello, Alex Ander. Hello, Matt. Hello, Zero Pain Elemental. Alright, hello, Jeffrey. I hate Jeffrey. Because I've already said hello to Jeffrey via the Good Morning Comrade account. But Jeffrey's gotta get their second hello. The guy is just like so obsessed with getting shouted out in the roll call. Oh, I know. I'll hop in on as many different accounts as I possibly can. That's what this guy is doing. So, Andrea, you said you were going to change your diet and nutrition to make it even better. What exactly? I'm just going to stop eating too much. Just more portion control. Though I should probably eat something right now. I'm going to grab a Questy. Blueberry motherfucking muffin, baby. Oh, I see it. It's there. Hello, Jenna. But, exactly. Oh my god. The answer is to beat the crowds. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. They never say hi to us on the Majority Report. Yeah, fuck the Majority Report. All my homies hate the Majority Report. Does Majority Report go to protests and do live coverage? I don't think so. Inferior programming. Imagine living in New York City and not doing live protest coverage. What? Come on. I'm eating a Questy. Bear with me. Yo, my feet hurt. Does anyone want to come over my house and massage my feet? Open invitation. Hello, Catherine. You're gonna get a million DMs? I wish. No one likes me enough to DM me about that. Here I am putting myself out there. Crickets. My rent went up 10% and I'm out of Quest bars. Well, if you do the subscription service on their website, you get 10% off. So, throwing that out there. That'll basically, like, you know, make your cost structure the same. So just go grab some Questies, 10% off subscription service. Boom. Fixes your problem. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. Looks like we got a live one. I forgot to brush my teeth this morning. I woke up like fucking 20 minutes ago. Well, 20 minutes before the stream started. I only made coffee and walked the dog. How much Quest do I eat a month? It depends. I just like, for me, when I'm in the mood to cook, I love to cook, right? But do I want to cook 3 times a day? Maybe. And then when the answer is no, I eat Quest bars, as in right now. Oh, Quest bar budget of $400 a month. Oh my god. I wish. But yeah, we'll get into the story for today in just a moment. I'm eating my breakfast live on stream. I know, right? Like, I'm so professional. I'm sorry, right? I'm so sorry that I'm so professional. But, you know, I'm hungry. So, I mean, I don't really know what to do about that, but I'm hungry, so. Hello, Jan. Spoiler, she was not sorry. That's true, I'm not sorry. See, this is why I do the live show and then I clip the segments out of the live show and then post them as clips, because imagine someone's like showing up to the stream like to like see what's going on with the protest coverage and it's just some stupid bitch eating a Quest bar. Like, I don't want that to happen. That doesn't seem optimal to me, so. That fucking dog. You gotta be in here in the live show to catch the fun. Exactly, that's true. I bet there's people out there that like have no idea what my personality is because, well, I don't know. I feel like I display my personality at all times, but you know, you get a real good display of my personality in the live show where I eat Quest bars and tell everyone to go fuck themselves. Maxley, do you mind? Look at his dog. Just recently discovered you. I'm a writer, activist, and did 2 years in prison. Do you mind if I ask for what? Would love to come on and talk about how racist and corrupt the justice system is. I'm interested in that, for sure. Absolutely. Alright. Weed? God damn, man, that sucks. Yo, there's a lot of people smoking weed in the crowd yesterday. I'm tempted to bring some tonight, but like, you know. Wait. 53 pounds of weed? That's a lot of weed, bro. Holy shit, man. Why are you if I had that much weed, I wouldn't leave my house. Like, how are you driving cars with that much goddamn weed, man? That's crazy. Lord have motherfucking mercy. That's a lot of weed. It's not that much. Well, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, let me tell you. But yeah, I understand. I'm just trying to, you know, I'm doing a thing. This is what I do. I do a thing. But yeah, I understand what you're going for. That's what sucks about the society that we live in. All right. You're just in time for the whole, like, hour-long segment on it. I'm choking on ashes. I don't know if it's gonna be an hour. Let me drink this motherfucking coffee, man. Yo, before I went to the protest last night, I, like, brewed some double coffee. I know. You might be thinking to yourself, double coffee? Right? What? So I brewed myself some double coffee, and I drank, like, a whole one of these cups and a half right before I drank it within, like, you know, a solid 45 seconds. I just chugged, like, this, and then I filled it up, and then I chugged it again. And that definitely propelled my energy to walk around the city for, like, God knows how long, like 5 hours. If coffee's so great, why isn't there coffee too? I promise you, everyone has their own, like, they hear double coffee, and they think that, what? There's no way. You couldn't possibly, like, one coffee is good enough, right? Couldn't possibly have double coffee, right? And then you do, and then you just make double coffee, and then you drink it, and it's like, damn, that's double coffee. My email, Andrea@speed.dog. I'll try to set that up for sure. I would very much so like to set that up. But also keep in mind, I am one person. This is a one-person operation. And also, like, I'm a little bit bizarre. So, like, I apologize ahead of time if, I'm not super punctual or whatever. You wish you were my secretary. You wish. No email for you yet. All right. Okay, so I want to get into the story. Max! Look at him. He's fucking digging for gold. Max! What are you doing? He's licking his paw. Maxie! Look, you see that? Max! You want to come on the stream and say hello? Max was so worried yesterday. When I came back, he put his paws up. He was like, "Where'd you go?" I was gone. I was gone. Oh. Look at this beautiful dog. I'm a stoner cripple. I lay in bed all day. That's awesome. I do my YouTube show from bed, so I feel you, man. Yo, Max, do not put your hair fucking in my coffee cup, please. Look at this goddamn dog. Look at this goddamn dog. Look at this goddamn dog. Oh. 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 Alright. Oh, Max isn't done. I'm done, but Max isn't. Max is like, I'm not done. You think I'm done? I'm not done. Okay, Max is done. Alright, alright, let's get the actual main part of the show up. Holy shit. Okay, so I got a couple articles here, and we're gonna go into this. Jeffrey, how did you not realize I was at the motherfucking protest? Like, come on, bro. How are you not, like, glued to my Twitter feed at all times? I was, like, right there. In fact, I'm in this news story that I'm about to show. Anyway, in the small town of Elizabeth City, North Carolina, which is where I reside, we yesterday had an incident where police officers that don't live here, that aren't even police officers for this city, decided to just waltz in and murder someone. And this happened about 5 minutes away from me. It's literally down the street. And so, it's a little horrifying. I probably, to be honest with you, I probably heard the gunshots and, like, because, come on, let's be honest. I hear gunshots all the time, right? So I probably heard them and then just didn't think much of it until I read the news later. So let's just read this. This is from USA Today, and I've got another article that will cover the protests, and then we'll get into my perspective of what was going on. So leaders and protesters in a grieving North Carolina, this is from USA Today, by the way, North Carolina community want to know what happened Wednesday morning when a deputy executing a search warrant shot and killed a black man. I'm still very much so not a fan of, like, what is the black man's name? I don't know. It's just the black man. Like, what? It's so ridiculous. District Attorney Andrew Womble has promised accurate answers and not so fast answers as state investigators probe why a Pasquotank County Sheriff's deputy fatally shot Andrew Brown Jr. at about 8:30 a.m. Wednesday in Elizabeth City. So again, a cop that isn't supposed to be here, that, like, shouldn't be here, executing a search warrant, not an arrest warrant, mind you. Not an arrest warrant. It's not like this guy's a dangerous thug and he's driving off to go, like, shoot up a school. No, it's a search warrant, right? And just wait until you find out what they're searching for. And they see him, like, to my understanding, and I spoke to some people that were there and saw what happened. They said that he was just, like, driving, and, like, the cops caught him as he was getting in his car and driving off, and he presumably may have known that they were there and thought he could outrun them. Oh, well, that's not a death sentence. Or possibly didn't even know they were there, right? Because, hey, it's 8:30 in the morning. Maybe, I don't know, some people have places to go at 8:30 in the goddamn fucking morning. You know what I mean? Maybe just so happens he's going to work. Maybe he's dropping his kid off at school. It's fucking 8:30 in the goddamn morning. If you're shooting people for getting inside of a car at 8:30 in the morning, I've got news for you. Chances are you're a dumb motherfucker. But crowds of people, dozens at the scene of the shooting, and later hundreds protesting in the city streets, are frustrated by the lack of details released so far. An eyewitness said Brown was shot at multiple times as he drove away. I also spoke to a witness that said that one of his children was in the car, and I don't know if that's true. I haven't seen that corroborated. Obviously, I don't know. But this is something, again, I was here, I spoke to people that actually, saw what happened. And someone told me that his 14-year-old child was in the car when the shooting occurred. But I don't have, I don't know what the details are on that. I do know that Andrew had 10 kids. And so that's, quite a lot of kids that are going to be without a father for the rest of their life. So that's definitely something that needs to be understood here. The people of Elizabeth City, they desire a right to know what took place this morning, Councilman Darius J. Horton said at an emergency meeting of the Elizabeth City Council on Wednesday evening. Outside the meeting, a crowd gathered, some holding signs proclaiming Black Lives Matter. So, another thing is they also didn't let anyone inside of the emergency session for the City Council. We were gathering outside with the intention of going inside. And then they're like, we can't let you in. All right, I'll go into that when I cover the protest section. But there is a moment of hurt in Elizabeth City, Horton said. The municipality, located about 170 miles northeast of Raleigh, is home to about 18,000 people, some of whom, Horton said, felt police violence wouldn't happen in their community. Now, last year, and I want to give you all some little, tertiary scoops. Last year, when George Floyd was murdered on international television, there was a demo here in my city, and the sheriff, Sheriff Wooten, showed up at this demo and decided to try to steal the stage and hop up on a little milk crate and talk about how nothing like this will ever happen here. This is a city that loves each other, and we love our people. We train our police well. This will never happen here, he told us. And then I remember thinking, why is everyone letting a cop speak at a fucking Black Lives Matter rally? And I said that to a couple people there. I was like, are we actually listening to a cop at a Black Lives Matter rally about police violence, right? And so, obviously, that was a bad idea. A lot of people put their guard down because of that. And you have to understand, cops are never your fucking friends. They're not your buddy. They're not, oh, wow, we used to go to high school together. I'm sorry. They are not the same person that you think they are. They are always scheming. They are always conniving. And they will lie to you at every single step of the process. Every single motherfucking step of the motherfucking process, they will lie. Lie, lie, lie. I'm sorry, your brother's a cop? Fuck him. Your friend's a cop? Fuck him. Your dad's a cop? Fuck him. Your sister's a cop? Fuck him. And fuck you for defending them, to be honest. So I just want to point that out. There is no such fucking thing as a good fucking cop. They don't exist. Right? So when a cop shows up at a protest and says, oh, this will never happen here, you know what that is? It's called a PR stunt. It's called, oh, I'm a sheriff who's an elected official and I want to get in the news for saying something cool. That's what that's called. He's not your friend. His fucking coworkers aren't your fucking friends. They're not your buddies. And if you think they are, they're playing you. They're fucking playing you for a fool. So I'm throwing that out there. Oh, fuck cops. All my homies hate cops. The investigative process, while necessary, is adding insult to injury. There is no investigative process here, right? There's body camera footage of them assassinating someone, right? Just release the footage. What is this process that needs to... Just release the goddamn footage. It's not that hard. You've got a video file. You can copy the video file an infinite amount of times. You've got a press outside that is willing to acquire that video file and then infinitely distribute it across the world. It's not that fucking hard. There is no process, an investigatory procedure. There is no motherfucking investigatory procedure, motherfucker. Show the goddamn video and tell us what the fuck happened, right? When I hear, oh, we gotta wait. What I hear is, oh, we gotta figure out what the fuck our story is, and we gotta figure out what the lie is that we're gonna tell the people of this city, right? That's what I hear when I hear, please wait. I hear, wait, we don't know what our story is yet, how are we gonna spin this? That's what I fucking hear, right? And so I just wanna say, everyone that showed up at the protest, sans a couple people, there were a couple, like, my best friend's a cop people that were trying to take energy out of the protest, but fortunately, like, the crowd did not really let them, like, take the energy out of the protest. But most of the people that showed up at this crowd did not like police and did not accept that as an answer. And I will, again, get into the protests later on after this. God knows what happened. God knows who did it. Wavy TV quotes Martha McCullen, Brown's aunt. Brown, who was known by neighbors as Drew, wasn't a violent person. Demetria Williams, a neighbor and witness, told the Associated Press. I didn't believe that officers really did that because he wasn't a threat to them. He was driving off, even though he was trying to get away, said Williams. And again, it's a search warrant. It's not an arrest warrant. What? It's a search warrant. Okay, go search the motherfucker's house. You don't need him there to execute a fucking search warrant. It's not an arrest warrant. You're not trying to track this motherfucker down. Go look in the house if you need to. Wait till he comes back. You don't need to go fucking assassinate someone in front of his goddamn children. Like, in broad daylight. I'm like, again, what the fuck were they thinking? But this is one of those situations where they are fucked. Like, there is no, like, this is fucked, right? So not only is someone coming in out of town, right, to go execute this search warrant for whatever reason, right? They end up killing someone in broad daylight in front of kids, right? They shouldn't have been there. They shouldn't have even had their guns drawn. It's not an arrest warrant. It's not like they're in a fucking, like, you know, like a fucking Western standoff, right? It's fucking ridiculous, bro. The car skidded out of Brown's yard and eventually hit a tree, Williams said. Court records show Brown was 42 and had a history of drug charges. Who gives a fucking shit? So, okay, you're telling me someone smoked weed? Who gives a fuck? Like, seriously? And if I swear to God, if I see a motherfucking reporter at this protest at day 2, right? If I see any of these motherfuckers and I, like, you know, can figure out who wrote this goddamn article, I swear to fucking God, they're going to get a mouthful from fucking me for, he's got a history of drug charge. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck. Do you give a fuck? No, because no one gives a fuck. Anyway, here's a picture. Obviously, you know, little Easter egg. Look at that. Who's that? I wonder who that is. I wonder who that is. It's, you know, someone. Racial justice advocates hoped that this week's guilty verdict against Derek Chauvin for the murder of George Floyd would soon lead to a larger systemic change, but in recent days, fatal police shootings in California, Ohio, and now North Carolina have instead drawn national attention. Among those who gathered at the scene of the shooting was Keith Rivers, president of the Pasquotank County chapter of the NAACP. When is it going to stop? We just got a verdict yesterday, Rivers said in a phone interview, referring to the guilty verdict against Chauvin. Is it open season now? At some point it has to stop. We have to start holding the people in charge accountable. Brown's grandmother, Lydia Brown, and his aunt, Clarissa Brown Gibson, told the Associated Press that they learned about his death through a TV news report. Both said they want the shooting thoroughly investigated. I am very upset. Andrew was a good person, Lydia Brown said. The deputy didn't have to shoot him like that. Councilman Gabriel Atkins stressed that Brown was shot by a county sheriff's deputy, not a member of the city's police force. Atkins said he was fearful he could become the next victim of police violence. Let's be real. When talking about transparency, I'm going to be transparent. I'm afraid as a black man walking around in this city, driving my car down the road. Imagine being a city councilman and being afraid of your own police force. I don't know. How about doing something about it? And, you know, I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just throwing it out there, right? Like, I don't know. Like, yes. Is that a good speech? Yes, absolutely. But, like, let's be fucking real. You got to do something about that shit. And so, like, and this, you know, it's just ridiculous. So, I just wanted to cover that. And then I'm going to go into the actual protest, in another segment here. But again, absolutely ridiculous. And whoever put that fucking bullshit in there about, oh, drug charge, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? The author, Joel Shannon, like, seriously, that motherfucker needs to be named and shamed. As soon as you think, oh, this guy has done drugs, I'm sorry, man, like, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself with a big fucking, like, device that you would fuck yourself with, because you're garbage. You're shit. You're a shit can of a human being. I'm sorry. I'm just having to put that out there. And I hope if you do watch this video, right, it's possible you will, right, that you realize that nobody gives a flying fuck if this motherfucker smoked weed. If you smoke a joint at fucking, 1997, that doesn't make you a fucking, it's not a death sentence fucking 30 years later, motherfucker. I'm sorry. Like, shut the fuck up with that garbage. No one cares. It's not an additional detail. It's useless fucking shite. And it distracts from the point. So I just had to point that out there. But I'm in a USA Today article in a roundabout way. Look at that. See? Look, that's me. That's me right there. That's crazy. And I'll get into that in a sec here. Bodan says, you swear too much. It's not attractive. Well, I'm not trying to be attractive to a gay man, Bodan. No offense to you. No offense to you. But you are not someone that I am trying to attract. And therefore I will not take your opinion into consideration. If you smoke a joint once, you're permanently a hardened criminal. Yeah, basically. So, war on drugs would have you give the benefit of the doubt to a cop. But how do you know the cop hasn't done drugs? The cops do all kinds of drugs, motherfucker. I saw some of these coked out ass fuckers. Like, I saw these fucking skinhead freaks with their thin blue line patches on their uniform. Stay calm, everybody! Fucking motherfucking freak shows, dude. Lord have motherfucking mercy. I've got another article up on the protests, not from USA Today, that I'm going to cover. I don't need to cover that one. But thank you for sending that to me. I smoked a marijuana once, and now I can't stop mainlining smack into my eyeballs and shooting it back. Lord have mercy. Swearing is my fetish, as it should be. As it should be. But, yeah, so if anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to levy those in my direction. And we'll be getting on and discussing the protest very shortly, which I'm going to read an article from the News and Observer. And then I will be going through my Twitter feed and be looking at all the videos that I posted. And then giving extenuating details. I used LSD and pot in my 20s. Now I'm a hardened criminal. I mean, that makes sense to me. I feel that. I feel that. Let's observe from some news. Hell yeah. I asked you tons of questions earlier, which you ignored. I'm sorry, Bodan. I mean, if you ask me questions in the middle of a segment, it's kind of, you know. Oh, you're just asking me about the city I live in. Yeah. This is not how I intended on doxing myself, but, you know, there you go. That's not even a question. That's not a question. That's an observation with a question mark. That's not a question. That's an observation with a question mark. That's like saying, did you really just drink a cup of coffee? This motherfucker, what was the protest you were at about? That's not a question. Just listen to the goddamn stream. But what do you think it was about? Like, someone was shot and killed. Oh, you think we showed up to protest about the fucking traffic lights being a little bit too quick? What? We're gonna get into the protest, Bodan. Like, just settle down. Strap in, buckle up, and just have a little patience, buddy. Oh my god. Bodan. Oh my god. I love Bodan, man. Bodan's amazing. I added cream to my coffee and it turns out to be, it's 15% alcohol. Well, have a good day, Jenna. Getting drunk at fucking, what is it, like 8:41 in your time? Hell yeah. That's how they do it in Alberta. Bodan is turned up today. I too want to know what the protest is about when your video is time. Oh my god. That's such a good tweet. Or message, chat post. I too want to know what the protest is. God bless. I love this chat room, man. This chat room's amazing. By the way, follow me on Twitter if you haven't yet. But, yeah. I don't have Twitter. I'm too scared. Well, either way, bookmark my page and check it every single day. That's like, you don't need Twitter as long as you're reading my feed. Like, you just gotta read my motherfucking feed. Like, you don't need a Twitter to read my... Now, you should make a Twitter so that you can like all of my posts. Boosts me. It makes more people see my stuff. But it's not necessary. It's not necessary. I don't drink, so I'm gonna be fucked. I drink sometimes. And when I do, I usually don't remember. I don't... Replace beer in this clip with vodka, and this is me.
I liked beer. I still like beer. But I did not drink beer to the point of blacking out.
And we're going to end it there, because nothing else is applying to me. What's my Twitter? I mean, you're about to find out, but I'll link it in the chat, and you can click, and you can follow. A highly sought after news feed, let me just tell you. Especially, again, there's going to be a second day of protesting today, and I will be posting updates as that goes. Last time Andrea got drunk on stream was wild. When was that? I don't even remember the last time. Too many hot women on Twitter? I mean, again, all you need to do is follow me, and that covers all your bases. Subscribe to Andrea's RSS. I should have an RSS. Also, like the goddamn stream, motherfuckers. I organized all the steamy profiles I follow on Twitter into a list. Am I on that list? Like, I post some pretty good pics sometimes, you know? Was this Sunday? It was like 2 weeks ago. And you're right, yeah. What was wild about it? I don't remember. Hell yeah, Jan. Playing video games a few weeks ago. Drunk. I should do that again, to be honest. I don't know. I don't like drinking that much. Like, I really need to be, like, in the mood to drink. And, like, I'm probably not going to be in the mood to drink for a while. because I'm kind of doing like a resurgence, like a health kick here. So I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I probably won't drink on stream for a while, so. But I'll do other drugs on stream. I have other drugs that I can do on stream. I've got like a whole, you know, maybe I shouldn't be saying this now that, you know, I might have, you know, police watching my stream. I have totally legal alcoholic beverages that I purchased from the local ABC down the street. And that is what I have. I possess those, and those are in my house, and I will consume them sometimes, but I do not consume them on a regular basis, as I am trying to be a healthy person. And yes. Oh, Lord. Totally legal. I'm a totally legal substance enjoyer. Damn right. First time I did shrooms, I got so fucked out of my mind that I didn't know who I was. And if I kept my eyes... That's exactly what happened to me. My first time as well. Like, the whole process of remembering who I was incredible, man. Like, because you get, like, small details. Like, you know, like, you remember, wait a second, I've got fingers. And then, like, you... like, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Anyway, am I vegan? No, I'm a vegetarian. I eat eggs. I had eggs yesterday. I'm sorry. TBH, I still don't know who I am. I feel that. I still don't know who I am. This is such a good message. TBH, I still don't know who I am. Oh, Lord. Yo, another detail, Catherine, that maybe you'll be able to feel on this one. Being trans while doing that experience is also like an additional layer of like interesting, right? Because like there are parts of like, you know, where I'm forgetting who I am, and then like I have like some memory of being like fucking like, you know, 9 years old or whatever, and it's like, wait a second, that's weird. You know, it's like it's all kinds of bizarre. Fucking TBH, that's such a good message, man. Oh my god. I used to eat a fucking quarter of shrooms a day. That's a lot, man. That's awesome, though. Anyway, enough about drugs. I listen to every single goddamn time I'm trying to do a motherfucking live stream. Here I have like an actual important stream I'm doing. I'm trying to give some actual information. And we're sitting here talking about drugs again. It just happens every single motherfucking time. Like, again, like, it's seriously, like, every single motherfucking time. We're just talking about drugs constantly. It's just, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. You gotta stop letting us distract me. I'm sorry, I'm so easily distracted. Anyway. So, let's get into the news, folks. So there was a protest and a demonstration in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, over the police murdering someone 5 minutes down the road from me. So I was there, and I will be showcasing, I'm going to be reading this article, and then I'm going to be recapping on my Twitter feed, because I've got, you know, the whole thing was documented. So I'm going to be reading this article, and then I'll recap my perspective, and then fill in the blanks for anyone that wants to know the details, as I was there. I have videographic evidence of me being there, and I will tell you what happened in between the sections. So this is an article from the News and Observer, and so let's read. A black man was shot and killed in North Carolina on Wednesday by sheriff's deputies carrying out a search warrant, officials said. An incident that drew national attention and dozens of protesters to the streets of Elizabeth City. Dozens is one way to put it. There was definitely well over 200 people at the peak of it. So dozens is definitely, like, if we're talking about multiples of hundreds, dozens is one way to put it. Nearly 200 people gathered Wednesday night in Elizabeth City to protest the death and call for justice. Pasquotank County Sheriff Tommy Wooten identified the man as Andrew Brown Jr., news station WAVI reported that family members said Brown was 40 years old, but public records show he was 42. Another thing that's important here, as this guy Wooten decided to do this press conference, and just then went into the shadows. He just went into maybe took some notes out of Saddam Hussein's playbook or something. Just hid somewhere in a hole, right? Because again, it's fine when you're doing a thing for television. Great, go out there, do your television thing, right? But when the people that actually fucking live in the motherfucking city, right, the neighbors of the motherfucker that got shot and killed by your fucking stupid ass police force, right, the family of the person who got shot and killed, right, in broad daylight in front of children, when they want to have answers, all of a sudden, sorry, there's not enough cameras here, says Tommy Wooten. There's not enough cameras for me to feel comfortable giving anyone any information. I need at least 18 cameras and 36 microphones before I feel comfortable speaking about anything, right? And I want to give, because I live here, I want to give some corroborating details here, some additional information about this motherfucker Tommy Wooten. So this dumb bitch, stupid fuckface asshole motherfucker had the balls to come to a protest last year, right? We had a demo after George Floyd was murdered on international television. We had a demo here. It was relatively small. And this dumb bitch motherfucker had the gall to show up at that demonstration, take a megaphone, and say, "This will never happen here." That's what he said less than a year ago. And then, of course, as soon as it happens here, he's nowhere to be found. He's gone. He's off. He's on vacation all of a sudden. Sorry. Maybe he's going to Cancun or something. Who the fuck knows? Seriously? Again, I want to remind everyone, all cops are bastards. Yes, even the one you vote for. Yes, your brother. Yes, your sister. Yes, your mother. Yes, your father. There is no such thing as a good cop. When push comes to shove, they will fuck you over. They don't care about you. When it comes to their job and their financial security versus your bitch ass, guess what, motherfucker? They're taking the job. They don't give a fuck about you, right? So I want to be very, very clear. There is no good cop. There is no, oh, but my best friend, from college is like, no, you don't have a best friend anymore. They chose the motherfucking police force over your friendship. And I need you to understand that, dude. There is no good cop. So when this dumb bitch comes out here last year and says this will never happen in this city because our law enforcement loves each other and we participate in the community. Shut the fuck up, you stupid piece of garbage. So, now all the other details here. Now, that's me. I wonder who that is over there. There's a person. All the other details here I covered in another clip. But I want to get into what happened in the protest, and I've got footage here. I was originally going to do a thread, but I found that was too difficult when things started moving. So I showed up, and, there wasn't that many people when I showed up. There was, just, these cops and then people, talking to the cops. And then, a bunch of people started showing up. And then a bunch of state troopers, just drove in. And that was, pretty interesting. So it's, the whole time here, before anyone showed up, there was maybe, a dozen folks. And they were just bussing in cops, cop car after cop car, state troopers. I heard the FBI was there. They were bussing them in. They're like, oh shit, we killed someone. Time to occupy the motherfucking city like a militarized fucking World War fucking style fucking occupation. It's ridiculous, man. Right? And when the protest actually started moving, I shit you not, I counted probably in the realm of 50 or 60 cop cars, right? Because I actually tried to count when we were at a point where we were in the intersection, and I'll get into that in a moment. I counted at least 30 in that point, and then when we walked down the street, there was another 30, right? There was a shitload of motherfucking cop cars. There was state troopers, there was local police, there was county police, right? It was ridiculous. There were unmarked cars as well. There was probably a good third of them were unmarked. I don't know if that's the FBI. I don't know what's going on, right? And you can tell they've got the little meme sirens in the fucking, dashboard, right? So, I just want to say that, like, there are a shitload of cops. And isn't that interesting that the first thing that they do isn't, release the body cam footage? Nah. Oh, we're not going to release the body cam footage. Are they going to tell us who shot and killed Andrew? No. Who cares? Are they going to tell us about why they decided to shoot and kill someone in front of children? Why would they do that? What they're going to do is they're going to bus in all of their best friends. Yes, your brother who's a cop. Yes, your father who's a cop. Yes, your sister who's a cop, right? Shut the fuck up about your fucking family. And you're, my best friend's sister's goldfish is a cop. They bust them in, and they weren't on our side. They weren't protesting the police shooting. They were trying to, corral us. They were trying to tell us what we can and we can't do. Oh, don't be violent. Don't be loud. Why? Don't do it. Why? Just be calm. Why? You weren't calm when you decided to execute not an arrest warrant, but a search warrant, and decided to just shoot someone in front of children in broad daylight. Oh, I wonder why someone would be driving at 8:30 in the morning. It's almost like, that's when people go to work. But anyway, so they had an emergency city council meeting. Now, to my understanding, and this is what I was told by a witness, is that one of his children, who was 14, was in the car as of the shooting. Now, I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know exactly. I wasn't there, so I don't know. And of course, wouldn't it be great if the cops would tell us? Right? So when you've got a witness on the scene telling us that a 14-year-old was in the car as this man was murdered, right? That leads me to believe, oh shit. And the cops are going like, wait, we're not going to tell you anything. That leads me to believe there's one fuck mother of a cover-up going on. That's what I think. So we stand outside of the city council. And so they do this emergency session. They don't let anyone in. And so then people from the city council come out and they tell us, that we need to be calm and we need to wait for an investigation and all that kind of stuff. And then so the crowd basically said no. And then we started marching to, the sheriff's station. And then at that point, we just started marching around the city. And so this is where I get a lot of footage here. And then this is where at the police place, right? You can see a lot of these people with Halloween costumes. These people are to me, April Fool's was 3 weeks ago. But if you want to dress up, maybe there's a costume party. I don't know. But you see these people with their fucking what is that? What is that helmet? Seriously, what is this? What is that? Does anyone know what that is? That's not someone I should take seriously. If you go outside looking like that, my God, are you okay? What the fuck is that? What is that? Seriously. And then we have this bald prick, probably a skinhead, right? Just oh yeah, I'm just going to put my helmet. What is that? What the fuck is that? It's a Halloween costume is what it is. So there's probably a solid couple dozen of these people. And they start forming a line. And so we decide to just test their patience. And we go through that line and we start occupying the major highway that is what connects this city to the other nearby locations. There's a bridge on this road. And so we decided to occupy the road here, as you can see. And then there was a decision to do a die-in. If you don't know what a die-in is, where everyone lays down and simulates them dying on the floor, which is what happened to Andrew, who was shot and killed, and his body was left on the pavement for hours. His dead body in front of children was left on the pavement for hours, right? So this is, it's symbolic of that. And this is where the police really started to realize that they needed to get their shit together. Now, if you can see in these clips, you can see we interrupt traffic, and it's very interesting. And this is where they start busting in cop car after cop car after cop car after cop car. Because the way I read this is, so they thought that the city council emergency session would placate the public, and it didn't, right? And so they had everything ready, just in case, right? And then when they realized, wait a second, And now you can see, does this look like dozens of people to you, or does this look like a couple hundred? To me, it looks like a couple hundred, right? But no, media is saying, oh yeah, there's a couple dozen protesters, maybe like 10 or 12 protesters showed up. No, this isn't 10 or, this isn't a couple dozen. And this is a small town. I'm going to be honest with you. I was highly impressed at the amount of people that came out. And over the course of the evening, more and more and more people came out to support the protest. And so I want to be very upfront with that. It's not dozens of protesters. This was absolutely hundreds. And so around this point is when they start getting a bunch of cop cars. And then so, you know, there's a little bit of gap in this. There's about an hour gap because my phone was a little low on battery. Because I didn't expect, for this to happen. So I was only at like 50%. So, and so basically what we do is we just march down the street. And so once we do that, in this city, for those of you that don't know, obviously no one else lives here, right? We've got like two major roads. This is the first one right here. And then this is the second one. And the second ones were all like, all the restaurants are, the chain restaurants. You got your fucking Taco Bell. You got your fucking Bojangles. You got all your fast food chain restaurants that sap money out of small towns and steal that money and send it off to fucking bigwig corporations that don't give a fuck about us, right? Maybe there's a couple locally owned restaurants on the city, but most of them are chain restaurants, right? And then so now I want to be honest, okay? The CVS was boarded up here, right? Look at this. Look at that. The CVS was boarded up. It wasn't boarded up when the protest started. At this point, because when I walked to City Hall, or I was driven there, but the CVS wasn't boarded up, right? But as soon as the protests started getting a little bit off the rails, we gotta guard the CVS, right? Of course, no one did anything. This is the problem when it comes to me with fucking business owners, right? And you got all these white people out there, and yeah, I'm talking about the white people. You don't see non-white people do this shit, going out there and saying the rioters and the looters, everybody, the rioters and the looters are gonna come kick our asses. Like what? What world do you live in where, what's more important are not, the police killing people? That's fine. That's great. But what's really scary are the fictional, imaginary rioters and looters. Running through the streets and kicking my grandma in the shin. What the fuck is this world that these people live in? But of course, the owners of CVS, they're so scared. Oh, the rioters and the looters. They're gonna get bussed in. The black people running through the streets, protesting. Their family being murdered, shot by the cops. How dare they? You never know when they're gonna riot and loot. They could just riot and loot at any point. Oh, how are we going to prepare ourselves? We need to protect the, shampoo and the razor blades and the nail polish. Oh, no. I'm serious, man. These people are fucking crazy. And around this point, I noticed this around the same point, is there was a significant amount of drone action, as you can see. I counted at least 2 in this clip here. But I did see a couple others as the protest went on.
That's a big one right there. Y'all got the cam on.
And then you can see another one over there. Pretty cool. I love, drones, right? And, so yeah, I'm sorry, whoever's in the chat, I'm not doing that shit. So at this point, we're on the major road, and we shut down the major road, which is the chain restaurant commerce section of this city, because, the idea here is you hit them where it hurts, their wallet, right? People cannot, all of a sudden, they can't go get their Taco Bell. Oh no! I can't go get Taco Bell. Whatever will I do without my KFC and my McDonald's? Oh no! I can't get my Dairy Queen. My world is falling apart. I can't have my Dairy Queen, is probably what the people on this highway were thinking about. Oh, why are the protesters making me unable to acquire my Dairy Queen? right? So we occupy this major road for a little bit, and then a bunch of cops show up, like a shitload of cops show up. And so we basically decide to turn around and go back to City Hall. And so the idea of the protest, this is actually pretty interesting of a tactic here, is the cops are constantly trying to predict what exactly like the protesters are going to go and do. And so at that point, what we would do is we would constantly like turn around and then like make them drive around the city. It was like, you know, playing a game of, you know, I don't know. There's a game like that, I guess. And then you can see I retweeted a bunch of footage as well of other people that were at the scene. I also retweeted myself a couple times. You know, I'm sorry. You know, I wonder who that is. So we have, you know, some footage here. So I would say the protest kind of broke up at around like maybe 10:30ish. And so basically we all met back at City Hall and decided that we would show up tomorrow, which is today, and do basically the same thing until we get the sheriff, the guy who, again, and the guy, Wooten, last year, he literally, I shit you not, he said, if anyone wants my cell phone number so that you can contact me about anything that you'd ever be worried about, right? And he gave away his cell phone number at this demonstration last year when he said that no one would ever be shot and killed by police in Elizabeth City, right? People were calling him. We had his cell phone number. Didn't pick up. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? The guy who last year said, if you ever need me, if anything ever happens and you need to contact your local sheriff, here's my phone number. Isn't that interesting? Just all of a sudden, once we need ya, straight to voicemail. Right, so what the plan is you know, to my understanding, is we're going to continue to protest until we at least get some video evidence. We understand why the fuck people were executing a search warrant that don't live here. Like, it wasn't the local police, right? Until we understand why the fuck they decided to shoot this person in front of children. Why they decided to shoot this person at all over a search warrant. You're right? There's a lot of details here that we need to have answers about. And so these motherfuckers are just going to try to disappear. They're going to try to like pretend that they never existed in the first place. And that's just not going to work. And so I just want to say I am extremely proud of the town that I live in. I did not expect the town that I live in to show up in this capacity. And I'm highly impressed. And everyone that did show up is a wonderful and beautiful person. And I will be covering this again tonight. And so if you want to see live footage of what's going on, I will be, you know, doing that tonight on my Twitter page. And so definitely follow me if that's what you want to do. And I will, you know, do another recap tomorrow if anything happens. I don't know. It's also possible that no one shows up tonight. I mean, who knows? I mean, like, I can't predict the future. But again, there is very, 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 very clear signals of a massive cover-up going on right here. Again, witnesses saying that a 14-year-old was in the car. Cops not giving us any details. Cops misreporting a bunch of details. And again, like, his body was laying in the street for hours. And it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Were there mostly black or white people protesting? I would say, well, my city is a majority black city, but the protest I would say is 75-25-ish. Black versus white. Not that it matters, obviously, but I consider myself one of the cool white people. That's what I consider myself. And there were, you know, a couple other, you know, interesting white people there. But, yeah. But yeah, so if y'all ever hear about this in any other of your podcasts that you listen to, I was there. I would, you know, just in case anyone ever hears this this clip, I would love to go on and explain the details of this, especially once more details emerge. because again, they're like them not releasing any information for such, like again, releasing body cam footage at the very least, right? Leads me to believe that there's a massive conspiracy going on here. And so I don't know. I wouldn't trust what you read in the media on this subject as of this moment. I definitely would not trust what you see in the media at this point. Again, the media is talking about how this guy had, he maybe smoked pot in high school, bro. And therefore, like, I'm sorry, like, it's a little ridiculous to me. But yeah, so that was my night. I walked home and I took a shower and I went to bed. So, well, I cooked dinner because I was hungry, and then I went to bed, and then I woke up, and now I'm doing this this podcast. So, there you go. Email MR and then call in. I don't know. I really don't like their phone system. Like it is painful. Like just every aspect is painful. I would rather someone else call in and then advertise my show. Like I know, right? Like here it is, but Lord have mercy. That's true. That's true. Fucking Mitch. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that I planned on going through. So I'm down to take questions, comments, or concerns. Is anyone concerned? Does anyone have questions or concerns? Anybody? How am I? Pretty good. Racially motivated murder today? It was yesterday? I'm concerned just in general. Kyle Kalinske made a video on Chomsky's comments on first of all. Oh my god. Is that not like, should I really like, I don't, oh. I'm really interested in that, but Lord. Your take on Destiny, Richard Wolf? I am not watching that. Why would I watch that? Should I watch it? Like, should I do like a restream where I watch it and give commentary? Why else would I watch that? Like, do you expect me to like, yeah, get my popcorn ready and watch Destiny debate? No, what the fuck? I didn't give a shit. How's Max? Max is currently being a dog, as you can see. Maxie! Yay! I mean, normally, right, on like if like, this whole thing didn't happen in my city, normally I would be all over, like, shit talking Kyle Kalinske on Force the Vote and like, doing this like debate thing or whatever. But I don't know if now is the time. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not sure if it is appropriate for me in the same episode of doing protest coverage to also be talking about this stupid internet like debacle. Like, as much as I would normally love to do so and love to make fun of dumb motherfuckers, I actually consider this to be somewhat important. So I'm going to take a pass on that. And maybe if it's evergreen or something, and like, if it's still relevant in like a week from now, maybe I'll consider it. So I have not. American Social Democracy. Have you ever heard of the town of Ahoskie? I'm gonna pet this dog because he's snoring and he deserves it. If y'all, okay, Matt, if y'all want me to do it, I'll do it, okay? I'll do it. I promise you I'll do it. But, I'm not going to be calling the phone and then they're not going to answer. Like, I'm not going to be in that position where I'm waiting on the phone and they don't answer that. Like, because I hate their phone system. And then they do this thing, and call out post from Majority Report. They do this thing where, okay, their phone system sucks dick. I'm going to be honest. It sucks dick, right? You call in, and, like, it sounds like shit, and only half the microphones work, and, like, you know, the audio quality is garbage, right? So you're like, okay, let me listen on my computer while I'm on hold, right? And then as soon as they pick up the call, they read your phone area code, and they say, gotta be quick! And it's like, they don't understand that the phone system fucking sucks. It fucking sucks, right? So people are listening on their computer, right? And then they go, like, gotta be quick, wait, that's my... And then they look at their phone, and they've already been hung up on. Right? So, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Throwing that out there. It's a retweet. Wasn't me. People can decipher it themselves.
Retweet. That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a position.
Fucking people can decipher themselves. Fucking, I love that. Decipher themselves. Decipher. Decipher is so good. Oh my god, decipher. Email them your name and area code first and why you want to talk. Should I do that now? Like, I don't know, I've never done that before. You're the expert here, Matt. You do it. You email them my name and area code. I don't know what I'm doing here. You just tweeted Nomiki and MR about... Okay, I mean, I would love to do a media tour of my protest coverage. I would love to do that, but, you know, people got to come to me. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of weird to, like, go to other people and say, hey guys, I was at this protest. Let me talk. Like, that's weird. I don't know. Maybe I've just, like, got this weird anxiety or hang up about it, but it's just strange. Like, it's just like, hey, like, I don't know. It's weird. I've been injecting Trump and Trump adjacent quotes in my working mails, and I hope my team doesn't think I'm a Trump fan. But the stream and the soundbite, I mean, let's be honest, like, my collection of sound bites from Trump is really good. Like, I've got a great collection stemming from this classic.
Everybody comes in your grandmother here.
To, like, you know, this one.
And he's like this, and we were...
That's a good one.
I need water. Help me. I need water.
Right, and then you got this.
That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a position.
Like I've got a lot of real... And this is a classic.
Bad deal. Should have never been thought of.
There's so many good quotes, man. No, it's not weird when it comes to relevant things. I don't know. I'm just like... I am not a regular person. Like, I just want to, like, everyone needs to understand that, right? I'm not trying to, like, you know, be a prick here. I am not a regular person by any stretch of the imagination. My brain does not work like other people, right? So when I think, right, oh, I should email this show and tell, like, I don't know, it's just weird. It's weird. It's strange. I don't know, like, the idea, the concept that I would do that, it's just, but I'll do it. I mean, if y'all are bullying me into doing it, I'll do it. I'll do it. Fine, right? Did I have soup at the protest? No, but I might bring some this time. We all thought you were I'm sorry, I'm not regular. I'm very irregular. I'm bizarre, I'm strange. I'm not normal. I'm unique, that's true. Like, you can't find anyone else like me. Like, let's be honest, right? If you're trying to find someone who is like me in, let's be honest, any capacity, it's just not going to happen. Like, it's not going to happen. I am the most unique person on planet motherfucking Earth. Let's be honest here. Someone called Cat God called in? Alright, well, I don't want to compete with Cat God. Humanity has 7 billion clones and you. Yup, that's true. It's a weird interaction. See, here's the thing. I'm okay with speaking, like on Discord or something, but like the phone is weird because like first of all, the quality is garbage. It's trash. Like, let's be honest. The quality, absolute and utter garbage, right? And it's like there's that weird delay where like, and sometimes you accidentally like talk over someone. It's just awkward, and it's like you know what I like? You know, you know what I mean? You know, I just I don't want to call on Google Voice. I want to use my real phone. I pay $60 a month for this bullshit. I want to use my goddamn phone. Like, you think I'm paying $60 a month for my phone to use Google Voice? Hell no. Like, what? Oh. I don't do porn on my phone. This is a fun fact. I can't do porn on my phone. The screen is too small, right? I just can't do it. Like, what context would I need porn on my phone? Like, I'll just look at porn on my computer. You know what I mean? I don't need porn on my phone. What kind of, like, what am I looking at porn on the fucking train? On the bus? I'm looking at porn? Walk into the fucking, you know, like, you know, grocery store. Gotta look at porn. Just need it. Like, what? Oh, what? Why would I need porn on my motherfucking phone? I don't need porn. Jesus. Lord, what is wrong with you people? Porn on the go? What? Yo, I don't even know if I have, like, a libido anymore. I'm gonna be honest, like, I haven't looked at porn in weeks. I have like almost no interest in that kind of stuff right now. It's weird. It's strange. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I feel like it's gone. I feel like I'm like, you know, one of those like, you know, like the people that like, you know, are just like reborn with no sexual desires, and it makes them like, you know, an enlightened, highly intelligent. That's me. That's me. I haven't been interested in any of that in a long time. But you know, when I get my second vaccine dose, that might change. When I was 6 years old in 1975, Wow. I looked at Hustler for the first time. My mom freaked out. Holy Lord. Imagine being exposed to Hustler at 6 years old. Imagine hustling at a time like that. Oh, man. It's crazy. How did I make that happen? I don't know. I've just been doing so many other things. Like, for me, like, I don't, like, again, I'm not out there fucking bitches because there's a pandemic going on, right? So, like, I'm sitting at home, right? And it's like, if I'm gonna masturbate, like, I gotta be bored, right? And my life has been so interesting lately. Like, I've got so many projects to work on. I've got a lot of friends to talk to. I don't need to masturbate. That's a waste of my goddamn time. I'd rather play Minecraft than masturbate. You know what I mean? Fuck that shit. Not interested. But again, once I get that second vaccine dose, hey, I mean, at that point, the door opens. I'm just throwing that out there. There is a door that is currently closed, and it will be open. And once the door is open, who knows what's going to walk through? Hey, it could be anything. I don't know, but we'll find out. 3 more weeks, y'all. Mars. Based. Fucking based. Oh. Sex is overrated. I just want to say, sex is not overrated. I want to be very clear here. Masturbation is overrated. That's a waste of my fucking time. I don't need that. Sex, that's a whole different ballgame. I am very interested in that aspect of the human body. Now, again, by myself, it's like, Jesus Christ, like, I'm an animal. I'm freaking crazy. What am I doing with my life? You know what I mean? With another person, it's like you're having an experience. It can be like, there's a lot of options. There's variables that can be at play. So I want to be very clear here. I want to be very, very clear. 60 seconds. See, for me, this is another thing. And I'm just responding to the chat room here. I'm just, like, when I masturbate, it's not a 60-second ordeal. Like, when I go to town, I go to town. I don't take a car to town. I don't take a train to town. I fucking walk to town. Like, for me, it's like a 3-hour minimum. Minimum. Like, maybe if I'm like, if someone texts me and it's like, man, I'm kind of bored. Maybe I'll finish up at just finish up after like an hour and a half, right? But typically, I go for hours, right? Because why would you bother? Why would you bother? You don't, you're not getting a fucking good experience if you go for like fucking 60 seconds or 10 minutes. 10 minutes? What? 10 minutes? You're telling me you're gonna have a good time in 10 minutes? You're gonna do more, what are you doing it for? Like the exercise? Like what the hell? Like what? 10 minutes. Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord. Anyway, now that I've officially destroyed my credibility, I'm going to I don't know, I guess I don't need to wrap up the stream, but I don't know, I feel like I should. I feel like I've exposed myself. Oh. I actually prefer to... I can't even read that, dude. I can't even read that shit. Oh my god. That's not walking, that's crawling. Yo, sex marathons, high quality. That's high quality. That is extremely high quality. I'll go as long as they can go. That's my thing. It's like, I'm down to go for like 10 hours. If y'all can keep up, right? Like, let's have a good time. If you can't, that's also okay. Right? Fuck Mars, it's Earth Day. I love Earth. Yo, Earth is honestly pretty cool. Like, let's be real here. Like, Earth is not bad. It's not bad. Could be better. Gotta be honest, we gotta keep it real. Could be better. But, it's not bad. threw out my back. Lord have mercy. Y'all gotta calm down, man. Y'all gotta calm down. For 10 hours, I need additional substances. I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, that's duh, right? Like, what? Like, duh. That's, you don't need the additional. No, you don't need to add anything. That's already factored in, bud. My BF, I don't know if he's still my BF, hardly ever puts out. It drives me nuts. Damn. Looks like you need another BF, right? Supporting life and shit. No other planets in our neighborhood are that chill. I know, it's pretty interesting. I'm getting retweets. Yo, okay, DM me your shit. Let's talk about, instead of talking about masturbation, porn, and sex, let's talk about getting me some screen time or airtime on a popular podcast. So, let's see, what do I do? So, do I, like, send an email? What do I send? What do I say? What do I say? Can you write it for me, Matt? Can you just write the email for me? And then, like, I'll send it on my email. Like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. I've never been here before. What do I do? I don't know how to do this. Normally people come to me. They say, do you want to come on my show? And I'll say, sure. I don't ask, hey, can I come on your show? What? I don't do that. Hey, can I come on? Hey, let me on your show. Hey, I know you do a show, but I want to come on your show. What? I don't do that. Let's compromise and discuss getting you on a popular podcast to talk about sex and drugs. I would love to do that, but I don't think that's appropriate given the current context. Fucking Bodan. I wish to have a buddy like you. Oh my god, Bodan. I swear to motherfucking fuck. Fucking let's compromise. Oh. This chat is too horny? That's fine with me. I don't think there's such a thing as too horny. I think being horny is healthy. Like, as long as you're not, like, getting to the point where you're, like, stalking people or, like, you know, sending people DMs when they're clearly not interested, like, every day, right? Like, as long as you're not at that point, that's all good, right? And definitely, like, you know, if you're at that point, I'll let you know, right? Like, I'll let you, like, hey, buddy, you know, whoa. Like, or I'll just not respond. One of those two options. DM'd. Alright, what do I do? Tell me what to do? That's not a good email. What? Okay, I'm gonna leak the DMs here. I'm gonna leak the DMs with the letter hack. So this is the letter hack's draft email for me. This is what he provides to me. Like, I'm gonna have to make my own at this point. Are you ready for this? Okay. Hi, I'm Andrea. I have a YouTube show called Above It All, and I live in Elizabeth City. Now, who cares? Like, why would they know what that is? Like, do they know what's going on here? Are they aware? No, I have no idea. I want to call in and talk about it. Like, talk about what, my town that I live in? Like, yeah, there's a nice street, you know, it just got new pavement. You know, like, my area code is ... thanks. Well, how do... what? You know what I mean? Like, that's a terrible email. Matt, you're supposed to be a professional. No, I'm just joking. I'm just teasing you, man. I'm sorry. No, I got you. I'll do that. As soon as the show is over, I'll do that. 69 viewers. Hell yes. Let's go. I'm ashamed of being horny. Let me be honest here. Let me, like, again, I gotta be very clear. If you are watching my stream and you are not horny, I feel like that's a problem. Like, that's like the kind of energy that I aspire to put out. Is if you are watching this stream, now again, obviously, you know, like, depending on the subject matter, right? But if you're, like, if we're just doing this kind of thing where it's like, you know, the chill chat room talk and you're not horny, that's a problem. Like, we gotta work on that. I gotta work on, like, something. There's a problem that needs to be solved, and I'm sure there's a solution that we can reach a compromise on. So definitely don't be ashamed of that. Oh my god, Zero. Y'all motherfuckers are crazy. Y'all motherfuckers are crazy, man. Y'all motherfuckers are crazy. Like, I just fucking... Oh... I'm in public. Well, technically a stranger's home. Being horny is an iffy situation. I understand. How were the cops yesterday? I referred to the whole previous... Like, I'll put clips out. Just, like, watch the clips. They were actually, like, pretty tame, for the most part. But, you know. Exactly, Mars! Like, again... Like, you have to understand, not only am I the most unique person on motherfucking planet goddamn Earth, but I'm also the most attractive person on planet Earth, right? Both mentally and physically, right? Like, they blend into each other in such a perfect fashion. You know what I'm saying? At daylight, this motherfucker, I usually do it at daylight. Holy fucking shit, fuck all. Lord. The sun has risen. It is time for me to act. Like, what? What the hell? Being horny in public can be a fetish. I have to say, like, that is definitely something I'm interested in. But, you know, just throwing that out there. Hey, just throwing that out there.
Retweet. That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a position. You're not like...
Anyway, that seems to be... what the hell? Like, I just, like, what the hell is the matter with this goddamn chat? Like, seriously. Like, we're here talking about serious subject matter, and the best y'all can come up with is this? This is the best you can come up with? Like, here I am going to protests for what? My chat's just fucking, like... This just, like, this is constantly, like, what is happening here? This is crazy. Anyway. I'll send that email. I'll try to get on the majority. Or we'll see. I mean, they might just, like, ignore me. You know what I mean? They might just say, who cares? Were there any hot guys among the cops at protests? Among the cops? Hell no. There's no such thing as a hot cop. Now, I will say, there may or may not have been very attractive young men in the crowd, but not among the cops. Hell no. I admire your willingness to act. I mean, when I first read the news, it was literally like down the street. So when I first read the news, I just walked down the street and there was like a crowd and I talked to them and they said that they're going to do a protest at City Hall. And so I went home and I charged my phone and then I went to City Hall. I didn't even really think about it. Like, duh. Like, the way I see it, if something like this happens in your city, especially down the motherfucking street, right? Like 5 minutes down the street, like there is no, like, as far as I'm concerned, there is no calculation. You just go and act. You know, I wouldn't even, you know, didn't even think about it. Hello, Ben Brujo. Truth. Are you new here? Are you like, is this your first introduction to this chat? Imagine imagine like a news station, right? They're trying to like figure out what's going on here, and they come across this video, and it's just like the first half is me, like the first part is me eating a Quest bar, right? All right, you know, the bitch has to eat, and then you start talking about the protests. All right, and this bitch is crazy, she's radical as fuck, and then we start talking about like fucking each other in the chat. Like, what the hell is going on in this goddamn fucking stream, man? This is crazy. Andrea is incredibly hot. That is very true. That is correct. I've been ignored completely by all leftist content creators until now. Until now. Lady boners are awesome. I can attest to that. I have experience. I have a multitude of experience, and I can confirm that is true. Ideal leftist experience, IMO. Yes, that is correct. Look at that dog. Look, you see that dog? Isn't that crazy? Wow, man. I may be biased. I'm often biased. Anyway, all right, folks. It's 11:40. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. If you all want to send me a message, send me an email, send me anything, feel free. Also, I do want to say, I would like for all of the people who watch me that live in the United States, I would like to, assuming everyone present is vaccinated, I would like to do some meetups around the country if possible. That is something I would like to start planning. So, I would like, you know, if we can like pick a city that a lot of people live in or close to or could travel to, and do like a little, you know, little something like that would be interesting, and I would be very much down to do that. I haven't had any social interaction at all since the Bernie campaign, and that's crazy. That's a long, you know, that's crazy. So I would love to leave the house. I would love to travel a little bit, and so if I might do like anyone who's interested might, like, if y'all could like tell me where you live or something, and like we could find like an aggregate or something. Like, I would like to get as many people as possible in one area rather than like visit like 2 people per area, you know what I mean? Because I don't have that kind of money to like fly to 17 different cities. So you're in DC, Catherine? That's interesting. I used to live there, so I would like to go there at some point again. So that's interesting. Come to France. Oh, I'm not going to be leaving the country anytime soon. I mean, you can tell me where you live right now, but I might not remember it. I live 4 hours south of DC. Well, I mean, now everyone knows where I live because of this whole thing. So you can just look at me on Google Maps. Yeah, I mean, I could do a fundraiser to visit people, but, you know, it's a little weird. Like, give me money so that I can go, like, on vacation? What? Like, what? But, I mean, it's possible. In my office, in Philadelphia.
In person, in my office, in Philadelphia.
Fuck. I will definitely go to Philly. Because I've got family that lives very close to Philly. And so next time I go see them, I will definitely go to Philadelphia, Bob. So I'm just throwing that out there. You also are in DC? That's very interesting. Like I said, I used to live there, so I am very familiar with the, you know, the location. And I am also not that far. Like, I could theoretically, like, if someone has a car, like, you could come to my house, theoretically. Like, just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there. But yeah, like, I'm a little, like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm a little bit, like, you know, in need of social interaction. So I would like to, like, if, you know, make some plans to visit some of the people that I talk to every day. And And so that's something I'm, over the next couple of weeks, maybe gonna, hopefully, you know, do something. I don't know. I drive for a living, so I'm all for driving to other parts of the country. Maybe we could do a road trip. I don't know, like, do you want to rent a bus and travel across the country? Like, let's do it, man. Why not? I'm in Richmond, Virginia. There's a lot of people that are really close to me. That's interesting. I didn't know so many people here, like, lived in, like, Virginia and fucking shit. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, as long as we make sure that no one's gonna kill me. Like, you can kill each other. That's fine. But as long as no one kills me, specifically, that's kind of what I'm worried about. And so, as long as I'm not the one being killed, I'm interested in doing anything. So, as long as I'm not the one being murdered, then we're all good. Don't go into a right-wing trap. I will hope not. I hope that people are not secret right-wingers that are trying to, like, post in my chat room for, like, fucking several months, you know? I hope that that's not the case. If I do go about doing this, I will probably get a laptop, and I will definitely do the show every single day at the same time. So that's like another thing, like, you know, if you want to be in like the live chat, but like, you know, sitting behind me on your cell phone, you know, that's a possibility, you know, we'll go on tour, you know what I mean? My walking cane. Damn, you need a cane. That's crazy. I'm actually Donald Trump. Would you like to come visit Mar-a-Lago? Yes. The long con. Yep. My right-wing cover has been blown. Oh no. Yeah, should I do like a fundraiser for the laptop fund? Andrea on tour, Above It All on tour. Should I do like a fundraiser for that? I mean, anything that I can like squeeze money out of people with, you know what I mean? Like, let's be honest, I'm gonna start doing fundraisers for like fucking shampoo and shit. Like, yo, bitch, I gotta wash my hair. I went to a protest yesterday, my hair is greasy. Like, come on, let's do a shampoo fundraiser. Like, here's the thing, they boarded up the CVS. Where am I gonna get shampoo? This is an emergency, so we're gonna have to find some place that I can get shampoo, because I can't go to CVS, they boarded the motherfucker up, right? So this is, you know, gotta do a fundraiser. I need at least $100 so that I can get overnight shipping for some shampoo, because I am in desperate need. So please, PayPal me right now, $100. Let's go. I thought you were anti-shampoo. I only use shampoo once a week. That is my thing. So you can consider that gross, maybe, but also I don't leave the house. So it's not like, you know, it's not like I'm going out, leaving the house. This is the first time I've left the house for this protest yesterday in a long motherfucking time. In a long motherfucking time. It was the first time I left the house. Right? So it's like, I don't need to use shampoo every day. That shit just destroys your fucking hair, man. And plus, look at my hair. My hair is beautiful. My hair is my best feature. Look at this. You see that? See that shit? Look at that. I got more, too. I got more. It's like just coming out of the fucking, like, look. I got more. Look at that. See, there's just, look at that. You see that? I got more. Just keep coming up. Just look at that. It's crazy. So my hair is one of my best features. So I gotta take care of that. Andrew, $4.99. Happy Earth Day. Thank you. I love Earth. It's just a bit of cartilage. What is a bit of cartilage? Oh, cane. Cane, okay. You were shocked? I mean, why would you be shocked? Well, I mean, I guess you don't know where I live, right? Right? So I guess, like, if you don't know where I live, right? And it's like, oh, wait, there's, you know, but, like, I live in a small town. Like, I'm not expecting this shit in a small town, Mars, $5 super chat. Damn, when did Andrea get so based and red-pilled? Probably yesterday. Andrea's hair makes her very recognizable in the protest footage. That, and I have my go bag with me. My backpack filled with everything you'd ever need. From weapons to medical equipment to food to water. I go to protest prepared. If anything happens, I'm ready. I got the bag of goods. You have to make a protest, buddy. I am familiar with the process, Felix. I used to live in DC, so I've gone to a lot of very, very violent protests in Washington, D.C. So I am very familiar with what can happen at a protest, like what the signals are, you know? I'm very, very, very present at protests, you know? You don't want to go to a protest and, like, be on your phone or, like, listening to music or something. You got to be very paying attention. Pay attention to everyone in the crowd. Pay attention to every single police officer, you know, their movements. Pay attention to how they're speaking to each other, when they're speaking to each other. If they speak to each other and then that person, like, speaks to another person, if they're on their walkie-talkie. Like, you got to pay attention to everything. I didn't cover anything about Earth Day. I had more important stuff, unfortunately. But I love Earth. Maybe next year? If there is an Earth. If there is an Earth next year. Agent provocateurs, yep. Gotta look out for the agent provocateurs. Alright, y'all. Again, thank you for watching. Y'all have a good day. If you missed the stream, Lindsay, watch the goddamn stream. This is an important one. You're gonna bring Max the dog? I don't know what I would do about Max. It depends. If we have a car, you know, if I'm flying somewhere, Max can't come. But if there's like a driving situation, Max can totally come. Like, I'm down with bringing Max on tour. Maxie. Look at him. Look at him. He's so beautiful. Look at him. Look at my hair. Whoa. Look at that, right? Look at this dog. All right, I'll try to do that majority report thing. If they don't pick up my phone call, I'll be pissed. That's the other thing is, like, when do they take phone calls? At, like, 1:30? Am I even going to be here at 1:30? I don't even know. I don't, like... What if I'm, like, doing something at 1:30? I have no idea. Anyway, thank you all. Have a good day. And I will see you all on Twitter tonight. I will see you all on YouTube tomorrow, unless I get shot and killed by police or sent to jail or something. We'll see. And thank you. Have a good one, and enjoy your life.
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup for my family. They're so innocent. This is soup for my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
And I have a simple proposition here. I'm here to ask you for your help. Where I come from, you don't get far unless you ask. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over. If you like to see, help out. If not, vote the other way. Give me a look.
The world is actually a small piece of the universe, right? Everybody comes in your grandmother. Everybody comes in your grandmother.
Bad deal. Should have never been thought of.
felt pretty comfortable after day 2.
It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear word.
Get your words straight, Jack.
And then they have cans of soup.
Good news is, for me, I'm here. The bad news for you is, I'm coming back.